Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. I got an article from CoinDesk, not exactly the most positive, but we got to talk about this. Ripple-backed rental firm Omni shutting down with Coinbase snapping up development team. And that's a new report from today stating such. So, of course, Omni, very pro XRP, not exactly the best news. So I'm going to be running through this, sharing with you some thoughts on it. I've got some tweets from the XRP community I'd like to share with you, and then I'll wrap up the video with an article from the Daily Hodl titled, "You can now spend Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin at 90,000 accommodations worldwide." But before we go any further, if you would please delicately tap that like button, and also, if you just so happen to be a fan of Ripple and XRP, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. You have definitely come to the right spot. This is indeed an XRP-centric channel. So let's go ahead and dig into this piece. Omni, a digital rentals marketplace that has been struggling to make its business model work despite shifts in direction, is shutting up shop. Now, according to a report from TechCrunch, a company spokesperson said, "We'll be winding down operations at Omni and closing the platform by the end of this year." Omni has made no announcement on Twitter, however, and its blog site is not operational at press time. It was reported in October that Coinbase was in talks to acquire Omni's engineering team to further development its educational project, Coinbase Earn. Of course, they meant to use the word develop rather than development, but this is crypto media, and again, like I always say when this happens, which is, I think, literally every single article that has ever existed in crypto media, when you're a writer for this, you just write up a draft, and then you just post it. You don't check for any inaccuracies, perhaps you use the wrong word, there's spelling errors or content errors, it doesn't matter, just type up a draft and go ahead and upload it. That news came as Omni was reportedly laying off staff as it struggled to make profits after selling its physical storage business in May, TechCrunch says. Coinbase has now taken on the development team, according to the report, with a spokesperson saying, quote, "Coinbase has reached an agreement with Omni to hire members of its engineering team. We're always looking for top-tier engineering talent and look forward to welcoming these new team members to Coinbase." So at least, silver lining, at least for those people, at least they got a job, assuming they choose to take it and move, get on board there. Anyway, last year, Omni raised $25 million in a funding round led by Ripple executives Stefan Thomas and Chris Larson, who invested directly with the XRP cryptocurrency. The firm has reportedly raised $35 million all told. The company had started off as kind of Uber for personal storage, collecting items from users' residences and holding them in a warehouse until needed again. Its low fees proved to be too low for a viable business, though the report says. Then moved on to offering a platform for users to rent out items they were not using before morphing the service again into a rental service for stores, but those two failed to bring in sufficient revenue, according to TechCrunch. So interesting concept, worth giving it a try. It's a little bit different than anything else I had heard, but clearly didn't pan out. Now, obviously, with the funding and as it pertains to any sort of connection with Ripple and money being thrown in as a result of that, I just want to state something here. For instance, let's talk about the Spring Initiative, Ripple's Spring Initiative, which invests in the crypto ecosystem at large. Now, of course, anything that sounds like a reasonable project for XRP, they invest in, right? Coil's a great example. There's XRPL Labs, which Wietse Wen started and runs, who was also the creator of the XRP tech bot. So those are just a couple, just off the top of my head. Some of them, a couple of the more well-known ones. But there's that, and then they invest in really any sort of entity that's going to be, kind of catalyze the adoption of interledger protocol. And there are other entities that Spring invests in that just will, kind of help the entire blockchain industry. Because the way that Ripple looks at things is going to be multiple winners in the blockchain space, and a rising tide lifts all boats. That's basically the outlook they have. They're very adult about all of this, and they don't think that there's going to be one cryptocurrency to rule them all. That's not what anybody at Ripple actually believes. despite the fact that there are a lot of tribal maximalists out there from all sorts of different communities. That's just not the way things are going to pan out here. And so, yes, there's a lot of money that has flowed into all sorts of different projects. But like I've said in the past, and this is a perfect opportunity and a very necessary time to point it out, I think, there's no way in hell that every project that Ripple invests in is going to find success of any kind for any meaningful amount of time. There's just no way. In fact, more likely than not, I mean, most businesses fail inside of a few years technically, so whatever they throw money in, especially when you're talking about such a nascent industry where people are just trying to figure out the real use case and the way in which things are going to get adopted, it makes sense to me. There's going to be a lot of turbulence. There's going to be a lot of new firms that come into business, they're around for a year or two or three, and then they go out of business. I think Ripple will have tremendous staying power, of course, and they do have quite the war chest, thankfully, so I don't think that they're going away anytime soon. But even as it pertains to use cases which in theory could utilize XRP, just understand that if they go away, it doesn't mean that there was something fundamentally wrong with XRP, even if that was a piece of the puzzle. It just means perhaps that businesses being business, trying things, and just not everything's gonna pan out. And it looks like, unfortunately, this is an example of that being the case, but that's life. It's going to be okay in the end. Things are going to progress. XRP does indeed have staying power because there's real world utility. And so, from my perspective, as much as it sucks to see anybody that's, any company that's a supporter of XRP go extinct, XRP's fine. XRP is not going away. Even with all the turbulent short-term price action we've been seeing, especially over the last few days, it's not an indicator of anything because people don't know what the hell they're doing, okay? It has nothing to do with real-world utility and adoption, which I think will ultimately matter, but doesn't matter nearly enough right now. So that's my 2 cents on that. Now, here's a tweet from fellow XRP YouTuber Kevin Cage, and he writes, "Know what you own and know why you own it." And that's a quote from Peter Lynch. And he writes, "We've all had enough time during these low prices to wise up." And I'll tell you what, when I entered the space 2 years ago, I figured out pretty right quick which cryptocurrencies made sense. I shouldn't have said that. I said it in a plural form. I found out which cryptocurrency makes sense. It's XRP. The other ones aren't even getting used. So until I see real utility, no, sorry. but I researched and I went through coin after coin. I just went on CoinMarketCap, researched coin by coin by coin, and then I was like, XRP is actually about to really get utilized here. And I found out that XRapid wasn't beta at the time and all that good stuff. And I found out that the research and understood the real world problem that it was solving. And I was like, I understood that you couldn't do that with traditional currencies. I got that it had to be a decentralized cryptocurrency. That's the only thing that could solve it. There was only one company building out such a solution. I got that and I was like, oh my God, this could really be something, right? And so I know why I'm here, and I know that nobody else knows why they're, I'm speaking in generalities, fine, but nobody else knows why they're throwing money into crypto other than just some sort of wild speculative investment. Just really, really wild stuff here, but utility, man. So I know why I'm here. Now here's a tweet from XRP Boba Fett, who tagged me along with some other XRP community members, and so shout out to you, XRP Boba Fett. I do appreciate it. And here's what he wrote. "Hey everyone," and he tagged HBO and Ripple. "Add Ripple to Silicon Valley intro. Hashtag include Ripple. They're on Montgomery Street in the financial district and are about to take the world by storm via XRP and liquidity on demand." And here's a little screen grab of this. I don't know who made that. That's awesome. I don't know if he made it or somebody else. But for those of you, seriously, that haven't watched Silicon Valley, it's a television show on HBO, and it is absolutely hysterical. You have got to check it out. I freaking love this show. We're in the 6th season, and there are only 2 episodes left, and that's going to be, sadly, the series finale. It didn't last long enough, but Moonbay and I have been watching it, and we just crack up at every episode. So if you're looking for something new to watch, consider watching Silicon Valley, if indeed you haven't. So the screen grab here, this is a screenshot from the intro, and somebody threw up the little Ripple logo right there. So I just thought I'd give a shout out. Thank you very much for tagging me, XRP Boba Fett, and plus, if you're looking for something new and fun to watch, you should check that out. Here's a tweet from Robert Thompson, who wrote this. "Went and looked at a house today. Could this be a sign? I think I have to buy it just because." And he tagged me along with some other members of the XRP community members. So shout out to you, Robert Thompson. And what did he tag here? There's a street sign that says Ripple Court and another street sign that says Ripple View Lane. And so I agree, buy this house now. This is the one. It's a clear sign. Snatch it up. No, good luck to you with whatever you do. I just wanted to send you a friendly hello, and I do appreciate you watching and tagging me there. All right, last piece here. You can now spend Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin at 90,000 accommodations worldwide. Travelers and tourists can now use crypto to book destinations across the globe. Travala, a blockchain-based hotel booking platform, has partnered with online travel agency giant Booking.com to enable crypto payments at accommodations around the world, according to a press release. Based in Amsterdam with more than 17,000 employees worldwide, Booking.com offers listings in over 90,000 destinations across 230 countries. Now, in addition to traditional currencies, Travala supports payments with its native utility token, which is AVA, and I had not heard of it anyway, and 20 other leading digital assets, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, BNB, Stellar, and Cardano. Did I say Cardano? Cardano. I think I said that wrong. I know it's Cardano. Travala says slightly more than half of their total bookings last month were paid via cryptocurrencies. Now, that's something. That's actually really cool. So people actually opting to use their cryptocurrencies in place of money. Now, of course, with who they're targeting, I would kind of hope that would be the case. But regardless, that's really cool stuff here, because for the use case of cryptocurrency as money, there's almost 0% adoption the world over. So I just found that fascinating, and I don't know that you're going to see widespread adoption for that particular use case inside of the next few years. I think you're more likely to see other use cases take hold first, like, with what Ripple's doing in Coil. Those make a lot of sense today, right now. But nonetheless, some people do want to use this in place of money, and more power to them. I'm all for it. Anyway, says CEO Matt Lusinski, if I'm saying that right, this partnership allows our users to access Booking.com's accommodation listings, as well as the listings from several other leading travel suppliers, which is a fantastic use case for our own AVA token, and another huge step towards mass cryptocurrency adoption. So, cool stuff, and I thought I'd report on that. A little bit of good news there. Real-world adoption of cryptocurrencies to whatever degree. I wonder how much of that's XRP. But thought I'd throw that in light of the not-so-fun news about Omni. But anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for stopping by. You're a cool person. I'm not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!